up an international market. All right, so a lot of people who join the business today want to launch Canada tomorrow. Hello, you understand? I've heard this so many times, and you will hear this. Oh, I have this sister-in-law in Canada who has this organization of housewives. We can conquer Canada tomorrow. When did you join? Yesterday evening, 6 o'clock. Have you shown a plan? No, but my sister-in-law in Canada will be, you understand? All right, so you counsel your leaders before you go global. They know whether you're prepared financially and in the networking industry before you jump into a plane and fly to Toronto to build a network. All right? So in network marketing, our industry, your leaders are also your teachers. So you always go back to them before you make some very big decisions. Now, I was just joking about going to the bathroom and counseling them. All right? Now, use your leaders, don't abuse them. Okay? All right? Don't abuse them. Don't start dragging them for every plan you show. No. You counsel them, but don't abuse them. They're there to train you and guide you, not to be your servant, not to be a slave and work for you. Oh, you're my leader, you owe this to me. You have to drive 4 hours to show this plan for me. That's unfair. You understand? Right? After a while, you should develop yourself to be able to do that. And bring in your leader for trainings, all right, for network development, okay, for counseling. Right? So one of the ideas which we implement, which you're going to implement, is basically counseling clinics. So in a week, the leader will counsel X number of his networkers. Right? So show me a tree. Okay, this is happening. Who are these people? Who are that people? When can we have a session with them? Right? So don't at any one point think that you are a business. You are not. This business is most effectively built as a team. All right? And you get back to your leadership base. Always go back to your leaders. They will guide you. And you will duplicate that process with your people down the road. Your partners and associates are going to start coming to you for guidance and counseling. And you've got to be in the position to counsel and guide them. Are you with me? Yeah. All right? Now, the final building block, or the 8th basic building block, is where you teach and duplicate. Now, please focus on this word duplicate. The key to network marketing is effective duplication. All right? As much as Joe is the most effective person here, all right, on stage, deep down he wants many Joe Fabregases in Gold Quest. Vijay wants many Vijay's in Gold Quest. Kurt is trying to duplicate many Kurts in Gold Quest. All right? This is not a business where you want your strengths and your skills to remain within you only. You want it to be shared, taught, and duplicated to as many people in your organization. All right? So when you run through the 8 basic building blocks, what is the last block again? Teach and duplicate. Why? Because now you're going to take these 8 basic building blocks and you're going to start teaching it to the next person. And that process is going to be duplicated down the line. All right? So never at one point should you be the only one who shows an effective presentation. I'm sorry, then you have a second job. Every 2 minutes, Patman, can you show the plan? Patman, can you show the plan? You know, Satya, can you show the plan? Uma, can you show the plan? That's not the way it should be. All right? After a certain time, you have duplicated yourself enough that there are hundreds of Patman showing plans all over the world. All right? So effective duplication is the key to a successful network. Right? Now, when I say teach, doesn't mean I want you to come up here and share with 2,000 people immediately. Yes, you will. All right? But can you teach on a one-on-one? Can you take these 8 basic building blocks, which you've just listened to, and sit down over coffee with one of your associates and share these 8 building blocks with them? Straightforward. Very straightforward. You understand? All right? So the key factor of this module, this training module, is to allow you to go out there tomorrow and teach this. If you listen to the 8 basic building blocks 2 or 3 times, it's straightforward. Very easy to memorize. And you go out there and you teach it to your associates. And remember, the key to an effective network is duplication. I don't want to be the only Patman. VJ doesn't want to be the only VJ. Because imagine if you had 200 VJs in your group. Hey, coming very close to retirement. You're retired already. Alright, so there's no selfishness in this business. Don't make the mistake of thinking you are the only one who needs to do this. No. My proudest moments in my experience with GoldQuest is when I saw my leaders go up on stage and even show a plan better than me. That's my proudest moments. When I saw myself being duplicated within my core group of leaders. And they are duplicating themselves within their groups. And to be honest, I'm impressed tremendously with some of the plans these people are showing. Half of them are more effective trainers than some of us. And they're going to go up and start training all over the world. So you cannot be selfish. All right? You impart all your knowledge. Don't hold anything back. All right? So teach and duplicate. That's the 8th building block. All right? When I mean teach again, teaching is one-on-one. I learn the most, like I told you earlier, one-on-ones. If you're afraid of crowds, it's more effective doing it one-on-one. And eventually, one-on-one become 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 6. Eventually, you're already training in a crowd. That's how I started. All right? So let me recap the 8 basic building blocks. Number 1, crucial. Remember we put 5 stars next to this one? Is where you sit down with your partner, your associate, and you identify with his dream, his vision, his goals, and his reasons for starting this business. The why. Without the why, he has no direction. All right? And the best way to bring it out of them is first sharing yours. You open yourself up, they'll get comfortable and they open themselves up. Don't be embarrassed of this topic. A lot of people are afraid to share their dreams. All right? Just guide them along the way. And once you identify with that, remember that. That's their buttons. All right? A man with a dream is a very, very powerful networker. All right? Then you go to block number 2, building block number 2, which is commitment. So always identify with their commitment from day one. I need to know what you're going to commit so I can commit the same back to you. What's the rule of commitment? Be realistic but never conservative. So if he pushes it too low, you push it up. He says he wants to give 7 days, 24 hours, every minute of the thing. You said, relax. You need 1 day with family to recharge your batteries. All right, let's have a home barbecue during that time. Okay? Third, the list. Broken up to your list of dreams and goals, which need to be written down and kept somewhere where you can see. And the list of names. 8 names or 200 names? 200. Because if I paid you 100 US for every name, you will have 2,000 names in the list. So do not prejudge. Talk to everyone. Everyone should be in your list. Should your list grow? Yes. Your list grows on a daily basis. All right? Fourth building block is contacting and inviting. Maintain your posture. Never let your guard down. Do not give too much information when you're inviting. Use words like, I can't promise you anything. But if you like what you see, fantastic, we can work together. All right? I can't show you the plan over the phone. There's too many visuals involved. Then finally you go to block number 5, basic building block number 5, which is where you actually effectively show the plan. One-on-one, home meetings, official meetings, group meetings, environment, your dressing, your tools. The plan should always be broken up to company, product, plan, positioning. Right? Okay? Then building block number 6, the follow through, which is 5-star, very crucial. All right? You show the plan, you're hitting the golf ball, now you need to follow through. Within 24 to 48 hours, handle with posture. Be proud of what you do. Walk the thin line between arrogance and confidence. Never let them mock what you do. Remember the 3 words, feel, felt, found, when you handle the objections and excuses. All right? Building block number 7, counsel with your leaders. They are your key to success. They have been through the road. You just follow. They'll tell you which potholes to avoid. There's a fallen tree, go to your left. Why would you want to do it on your own and suffer? They've gone through the road. They know what you're supposed to do and not do. Just follow their guidance. But you have to seek. You have to go back to your leaders. Always keep going back to your leaders in counseling. And finally, building block number 8 is where you as a student become a teacher. And you start to teach these basic building blocks to the next person and start to duplicate yourself